Have you ever felt like you're constantly walking on eggshells trying not to upset someone who seems to think the world revolves around them? We're about to venture into a topic that might feel all too familiar to some of us: narcissism. For those who are unsure, narcissism is not just about someone's inflated ego or their obsession with selfies. It's a complex personality disorder that's more deep-rooted and more harmful than it may initially appear. Narcissists have an excessive need for admiration, disregard the feelings of others, and struggle with empathy. Picture this. You're in a relationship with someone who, no matter what, always manages to turn the conversation back to themselves. They love to be the center of attention and often disregard your feelings. Or perhaps they're overly critical of you, yet they become defensive or even aggressive when faced with criticism themselves. These are classic signs of a narcissistic partner, but it's not just about their grandiose sense of self-importance or their inability to handle criticism. Narcissists are known for their lack of empathy. They struggle to put themselves in other people's shoes, and it's this absence of empathy that can make a relationship with a narcissist so challenging. It's also worth noting that narcissism isn't always obvious. Some narcissists can be covert, operating in more subtle and manipulative ways. They may use gaslighting to distort your sense of reality, or they might play the victim to gain sympathy and control. The key to understanding narcissism is recognizing these signs. It's about understanding that their behavior is not a reflection of your worth, but rather an indication of their own internal struggles. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards breaking free from a narcissistic relationship. Scene script. Living with a narcissist can feel like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of emotional manipulation. Imagine the feeling of being trapped in a labyrinth, where every turn leads to another dead end. This is the reality of being in a relationship with a narcissist. They have an uncanny knack for making you feel like you're the one at fault, gaslighting you into believing their reality is the only truth. Let's hear from Sarah, a survivor of narcissistic abuse. She recalls, "I felt lost. It was like walking on eggshells, never knowing when the next emotional explosion would occur. It was a constant state of anxiety, always trying to keep the peace but never succeeding." Narcissists are masters of manipulation. They use tactics like belittling, guilt-tripping, and intimidation to maintain control. They have a profound lack of empathy, often leaving their partners feeling isolated and misunderstood. John, another survivor, shares, "I felt like I was losing my mind. I was constantly second-guessing myself, questioning my worth. It was an emotional roller coaster, and I was always on the edge." The psychological impacts of this kind of relationship can be profound. Depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem are common. Survivors often describe a sense of walking on eggshells, constantly trying to avoid the next emotional explosion. But it's important to remember that the narcissist's behavior is a reflection of their own insecurities, not a reflection of your worth. Their need to control, to belittle, to manipulate, it's all about them, not you. A common thread among survivors' stories is the feeling of being alone, trapped within the walls of the narcissist's constructed reality. But it doesn't have to be this way. There are resources available, communities of survivors who understand what you're going through. Remember, in the words of Maya Angelou, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. So speak up, share your story, and know that you're not alone. You are not alone, and you do not have to endure this in silence. The decision to step away from a narcissistic relationship is a brave one, but it's just the beginning of your journey. The first steps you take after making that decision are crucial. One of the most beneficial actions you can take is seeking professional help. Therapists, psychologists, and counselors who specialize in narcissistic abuse can provide you with invaluable insight, tools, and strategies to cope and heal. They can help you understand the nature of the narcissistic behavior you have experienced and guide you in re-establishing your sense of self. But remember, healing takes time. It's not an overnight process. It's a journey filled with moments of self-discovery and self-love. So, patience with yourself is key. Next, establish a support network. This could be trusted friends, family, or even support groups with people who've been in similar situations. Surrounding yourself with people who understand your situation, who can provide emotional support, and who can help reinforce your decision to leave is essential. It's important to remember that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help you through this difficult time. Setting clear boundaries is another crucial step. This might mean blocking the narcissist's phone number, unfriending them on social media, or even moving to a new location if necessary. It's about creating a safe space for you to heal, and that can't happen if you're constantly being exposed to the person who hurt you. And finally, start rebuilding your life. This could mean rediscovering old hobbies, making new friends, or even starting a new job. It's about finding joy in life again and proving to yourself that you are more than the person the narcissist made you believe you were. Remember, your well-being is paramount, and it's okay to prioritize yourself. It's okay to say no when you need to, and it's okay to put your needs first. You're not being selfish, you're being self-caring. And that's the key to breaking free from the chains of a narcissistic relationship. Scene script. Resilience isn't built in a day, but every step you take strengthens your emotional muscles. Building resilience is like building a tower, brick by brick, day by day, until before you know it, you're looking down from the top, stronger than you ever imagined. Let's talk about ways to build this resilience. First, practice self-care. This can take many forms, from maintaining a healthy diet and regular exercise to setting aside time each day for relaxation and reflection. When you care for your body, you also care for your mind. And remember, it's okay to be selfish sometimes. Your well-being should always be your priority. Next, develop a positive mindset. It's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts, especially after a toxic relationship. But remember, your thoughts can shape your reality. So try to focus on the positive aspects of your life. Practice gratitude, celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and surround yourself with positive influences. Engaging in activities that boost your confidence and self-esteem is another effective way to build resilience. This could be anything that makes you feel empowered and capable, whether it's learning a new skill, pursuing a hobby, or simply spending time in nature. These activities remind you of your worth and your abilities, rebuilding the self-esteem that may have been eroded in a narcissistic relationship. Remember, it's okay to seek help. Reach out to trusted friends or family members, join a support group, or speak with a mental health professional. You are not alone in this journey, and there are many people and resources out there ready to lend a hand. Building resilience is a journey, not a destination. There will be good days and bad days, but each step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. It's about learning to bounce back from adversity, to stand tall in the face of challenges, and to never lose sight of your worth and potential. With each act of self-care, you are reclaiming your power and autonomy. And with each day, you are becoming stronger, more resilient, and more capable of breaking free from the chains of narcissistic abuse. Healing from a narcissistic relationship is a journey, not a destination. This is a vital realization that will guide you through the path of emotional recovery. The process is not always linear, and it's completely normal to have ups and downs. Emotional healing begins with acknowledging the pain. It's okay to feel hurt, betrayed, or even angry. These are natural reactions to the trauma you've experienced. It's essential to honor these feelings, not suppress them. Allow yourself to feel, to grieve. This is the first step towards healing. Then comes the practice of forgiveness. Now, this might sound counterintuitive. Why should you forgive someone who caused so much pain? But remember, forgiveness in this context is not about the narcissist. It's about you. Holding on to resentment and anger only hurts you and hinders your healing. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing their actions. It means releasing the burden of resentment and freeing yourself from the chains of the past. Seeking therapy or counseling is another crucial step in the healing journey. A professional can provide you with the tools and strategies to navigate your emotions, offer a fresh perspective, and help you rebuild your self-esteem. You're not alone in this, and it's okay to ask for help. Remember, be patient with yourself. Healing is not a race. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to have good days and bad days. The important thing is that you're taking steps, no matter how small, towards your recovery. And throughout this journey, try to cultivate self-love. You are not defined by your past or someone else's actions. You are strong, resilient, and worthy of love and respect. Surround yourself with positive influences, engage in activities that make you happy, and take care of your physical and mental health. Healing takes time, but every day you are getting stronger and moving closer to a life free from narcissistic abuse. You're on the path to reclaiming your life, and every step you take is a testament to your strength and resilience. Moving on isn't about forgetting, it's about forging a new path for yourself. As we embark on this journey of moving forward after a narcissistic relationship, remember that it's not about erasing the past or forgetting what happened. It's about learning from the experience and using it as a stepping stone to create a brighter, healthier future. One of the key aspects of moving on is setting healthy boundaries in your future relationships. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out, but guidelines that help us maintain respect and understanding with others. They are the fences that protect our emotional garden, allowing the right people in and keeping the wrong ones out. So cultivate this garden with care, and don't be afraid to say no when something doesn't feel right. Pursuing personal growth is another crucial step in moving forward. This might mean picking up a new hobby, going back to school, or simply dedicating more time to self-care. Remember, it's not about becoming a different person, but about becoming a better version of yourself. Personal growth is not a destination, but a journey, and every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. Finding joy and independence is a significant part of moving on. It's about realizing that you are enough, just as you are. It's about learning to enjoy your own company and finding satisfaction in your own accomplishments. Remember, being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means being free to explore your own interests, passions, and dreams. In the end, moving on doesn't mean you'll never encounter narcissism again. It means you'll be better equipped to recognize it, resist it, and protect your well-being. It's about reclaiming your power, rediscovering your worth, and redefining your life in a way that reflects who you truly are. Moving on is a testament to your strength and a celebration of your freedom. Leaving a narcissistic relationship is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where you are the author, where your boundaries are respected, where self-love and self-respect take center stage. What does this future look like? It's a future where your voice is heard, your feelings are validated. It's a future where you are free to be yourself, without fear of judgment or ridicule. It's a future where you are surrounded by people who cherish you for who you are, not what they want you to be. You see, the potential for growth and happiness after a narcissistic relationship is immense. It's like a seed that's been lying dormant, waiting for the right conditions to sprout. And guess what? You are those right conditions. You are the sunlight, the rain, the fertile soil. You have the power to nurture that seed into a beautiful, thriving plant. But it doesn't stop there. The future is not just about growth, but also about fulfillment. About finding joy in the simple things, about creating meaningful connections, about pursuing your passions. It's about waking up each day with a sense of purpose, with the knowledge that you are not just surviving, but thriving. And how do you create this fulfilling future? By practicing self-love and self-respect, by setting boundaries and sticking to them, by surrounding yourself with positive influences, people who lift you up rather than drag you down, by investing in your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, by believing in yourself and your worth. Yes, breaking free from a narcissistic relationship can be tough. It can be painful. But it can also be the catalyst for a brighter, happier, more fulfilling future. So, as you embark on this new chapter, remember this. You are not a victim. You are a survivor. You are not broken. You are resilient. You are not defined by the narcissistic relationship you left behind, but by the strength you've shown in overcoming it. Remember, you are not defined by your past, but by the strength you've shown in overcoming it. Breaking free from a narcissistic relationship is a journey filled with challenges, but also with immense growth and self-discovery. As we draw our conversation to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the points we've traversed together. We've journeyed through the reality of narcissistic relationships, the signs to recognize, and the chains that bind us to such toxic ties. But more importantly, we've explored the path towards resilience, emotional healing, and the strength to move on. Remember, recognizing the signs of a narcissistic partner is the first step towards liberation. It's not about blaming, but about understanding, about seeing the situation for what it truly is. It's about acknowledging that this isn't the love you deserve, and it's certainly not the love you need to settle for. Building resilience is about standing tall in the face of adversity, about finding that inner strength that lets you say, "I deserve better." It's about nurturing your self-worth and refusing to let anyone else define it for you. Emotional healing, as we've discussed, is not a linear journey. It's okay to have good days and bad days. It's okay to stumble. The key is to keep moving forward, one step at a time, knowing that with each passing day, you're growing stronger, wiser, and more resilient. And finally, moving on isn't about forgetting, but about learning from the past and using it to build a brighter, healthier future. It's about understanding that the future is indeed bright, that there's a world of love, respect, and happiness waiting for you beyond the confines of a narcissistic relationship. Remember, this journey is yours, and yours alone. It's a path of self-discovery, of finding your strength, your worth, and your voice. It's about reclaiming your life and steering it in the direction you choose. So, as we part ways today, I leave you with this thought. Remember, you are stronger than you think, and you are worthy of a relationship that respects and values you.